Welcome back to Business Incorporated. Well, yesterday we told you how the South African government plans to extend the COVID-19 loan scheme by 3 months. But there are questions like how effective has it been? We have Makwe Masilela, the Chief Investment Officer at Makwe Fund Managers. He joins us to talk about this. Hello, Makwe. Welcome to the show.
A pleasure. Good afternoon to you and to the listeners, to the viewers.
Yeah, thank you. So the South African government has extended 3 months away from the deadline of a loan scheme that is central to efforts to counter the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. How is this news being perceived by South Africans?
You know, for us, it's a non-event because the scheme itself, it hasn't done much. Because if you remember, it was almost 200 billion kind of a guarantee, and only 18 billion thereof has been used. So even if they can extend it for another 3 years, whatever, maybe that's when there will be an impact. Remember, this is not money that the government has allocated and put aside. It's just a guarantee. So there are no cash or funds implication when it comes to the government for now. It's just only that they're just guaranteeing. So I don't even understand why they're only doing it for 3 months, because remember, most businesses, especially small businesses, not just in South Africa, but globally, these are the people who are able to drive employment. But these are the very same people, the small businesses, that struggle when it comes to access to capital, because when they go to the lending institutions, they're required to provide some collateral, stuff like that. So probably maybe the government should think about this and just leave it there, that listen, this will even be able going forward to help those small businesses that struggle to provide collateral whenever they go to these institutions looking for funding.
Okay, but is the issue about the duration, or are there some impediments, that stops people from accessing? Because out of 200 billion rand, like you said, only 18 billion rand has been accessed. Are there impediments to accessing it?
Yes, the requirements that people have to provide are just too much, and the banks, as they are, they don't even operate as if there is that guarantee. They operate as normal. They treat you as normal, as if things are normal when you go and try to have or ask for loan. So the problem here are the requirements. At some point, the government tried to relax some of them, but still it's not happening. So the whole scheme has to be reviewed, because for the first time in their lives as the lending institutions, banks, having this kind of a guarantee coming from a big brother like government, so they should be more accommodative and listen more to those people trying to approach them.
All right. So let's talk a bit about the power situation. Eskom began stage 2 load shedding yesterday. Any idea how much impact the power situation has had on the economy and what the government is saying about it at this time?
You know, you've got two impacts when it comes to load shedding. You've got the real economic impact that companies have to close, shops have to close, restaurants have to close because they don't have electricity. Then as a result, they lose some sales. And then you've got this other impact, which is, I think, is the biggest one, that it affects investor confidence. Now, people who are supposed to come and invest in the country, who are looking into expanding current business, they become reluctant when they don't have guarantee of supply. And for me, I think that's the biggest economic impact, that people will never, or they will defer some of the investment decisions, whether companies which already exist in the country or new ones that are supposed to come. So it's not a good thing at all, because we've been having this issue for a long time. It's not an issue that we should be grappling with. Should be having some solutions as we're talking now, as it's kind of embarrassing that we are still talking about load shedding in South Africa today.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Masilela, for sharing your opinion with us. Well, Makwe Masilela is the Chief Investment Officer at Makwe Fund Managers.